緑の森で目を覚ます記憶胸の獣が闇の中嘲笑うよビグレーシの中そばにいて白き人輝きをもたらして今すぐにこの渇き潤してこの目に映るものは恋の七つのやるっていうなら相手になる
Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Melty Blood. Very last level. We had our encounter. Well, no. Very last level off, we finished off the conclusion of Route 2. This time we're going on Route 3. And in order to access Route 3, we first have to lose this shield. While she's feeding me. So, the only route B we have left so I'm doing this in order, by the way. The only route B we have left is Route 5. But I don't want to go to that right away. It'd be nearly the same except for and then the loose part. Okay. That's what I have to do there. Alright, there we go. But in this route it's a really simple route to manage. Besides losing to Sion, I had to just beat everyone else down. So this one is going to be a bit weird. Battle finished. Force 6 thought process halted. Results compiled. Your choices in combat are rated at merely at 70. Even if you possess the ability to inflict instant death, your tactics are still easily predicted. Damn, what do you want? I did not intend to harm you any further. Did you not notice something different? Your intuition was correct. Just as you felt, my methods of fighting is entirely different from those you have faced before. You must stop resisting. I have no interest in taking your life. I require you in my calculations, so you do not need to resist. You will not be hurt. Hey, don't touch people's head like that. Please calm down. Did I not say I would not harm you? All I did was connect my Ethernet light to your brain. Huh? Connect to my brain? What's the heck? The artificial nervous system called Etherlight, in terms you can understand, a filament only 1 micron feet thick. Think of it as a thread you cannot see using the naked eye. No way, I do feel something on my temple, but yes, upon contact with your skin, it seeks out your nerves and fuses with them. The maximum range is 5,000 meters. So it's a simple matter for it to fill your entire body. No further explanation needed to understand, correct? I've hacked your mind and body. From now on, I will control your action. I assume there is no objection, Tonoshiki. No objection? Like hell there aren't, you idiot. I don't know who you are, but you are crazy. How rude. I was trying to hold a civilized conversation, Tonoshiki. Please correct yourself. Correct myself? Are you stupid? First you attacked me, and now you want to control me? If you're sane, then that makes me the crazy one. Seriously, you are as ridiculous as random as Akuri. No, you're even worse of a random bastard. Random? You're calling me random? How superficial your knowledge must be for you to proclaim the action of an alchemist like me, myself, as random. No, to use the term random so sensitively is evidence of that probability. Yes, as you say, I cannot but think you are the one who has gone crazy. Huh? Correct yourself. I am Sion Alencia, an alchemist of the Atlas Academy, where all knowledge is accumulated and stored. There is no one who can match my speed of thought and rational knowledge acquisition. But do you understand, Tonoshiki? I'm not a man, but a woman. In your rough terms, You should not call me a random bastard, but a whore. Let me warn you, is your behavior not unnatural? I gathered information from your past year. From you and all you have done is processed from one engagement of low victory probability to another. It's amazing. It's enough to make me one cry. How Tonoshiki has been able to survive this long can only be a miracle. Whoa. Back to the main topic. Tonoshiki, I will have your cooperation with my research. I respect your right to choose, but please do not consider your refusing. I now have control of most of your nerves, so if you disobey me, I may be forced to hurt you. Well, whoa, what do you mean? You not understand? I am saying I will fry your nerves if you do not listen. I have no qualm about sending electricity along this ether light to fry your brain. Stupid, in that case, all I have to do is cut it. I may not be able to see it with the naked eye, but if I take off my glasses, I advise against it. If you cut the ether light, your entire body will burn. The ether light is now part of your nervous system. Yes, while this may not be effective against a true ancestor, it is quite effective against humans. Before nerve damage ensued, you would probably die from the pain. What? Just now, what do you... I heard your thoughts. The ether light is connected to your brain, so no matter what you think, I can read it. Well, I am able to read subject and verbs minus the conjunctions, at least. Oh, that's amazing. Then this, why do I always get involved in things like this? You're not meant to understand me. I do intend to force you. I do not intend to force you. Our goals are the same. I propose a mutual relationship to achieve our objective. Work together to achieve our objective. Yes, our goals overlap somewhat. That's why we would not be negotiating like this. Speak for yourself. You can't call this a negotiation. Only choose a method with the best chance of success. This is the most suitable method to achieve your cooperation. Well, you may be well rested by now. My method of fighting is to chip away the opponent's fighting strength. Not like the method of chipping away the opponent's body that you all employ. You got a point. If it wasn't for that strange string, I would have run away by now. I do not mind. Once connected, it cannot be removed except by me. Wherever you go, it will follow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, what's this about us cooperating? As it says, have you changed your mind? You were disparaging me earlier, so for you to listen to me attentively now, all I can do is listen, right? And your methods are a little rough, but you have been polite, so I guess I can hear you out. You didn't finish me off. You do seem sincerely interested in talking it over. And well, you don't seem like a bad person. I did not attack you while you were down because you may have used a very strong counterattack. But if you wish to view it that way, it is just as well. It is meaningless to offer another point of view. Then I will be concise. My goal is to discover a cure for vampirism. I wish to obtain data from the vampire in this area, such as a member of the True Ancestor, the origin of the Dead Apostles. And True Ancestor, do you mean Archery? Yes, she's the last of the True Ancestors. Correction, there may still exist some more lower members of the True Ancestors, but what is needed is the data of True Ancestor royalty from Archery Brunside. Is it from Archery? You want to make her into a guinea pig or something? Of course not. You of all people know full well that is not possible. I seek only her aid. Of the True Ancestor. I wish to examine her blood and body and fluid to understand more about the vampire impulses. It's possible. I would like a full week, but that may be more difficult than finding a cure. If she does help me, it will only be because you are cooperating with me. Why do you think she will help me if I'm with you? Because you are one the True Ancestor is most interested in. At any rate, I wish to approach vampirism from a medical standpoint. Consequently, I need your data from many vampires. Once bitten by a vampire, people become no longer human. Until now, it has been impossible to save them. I challenge that impossibility. It has to be in line with your goals, because you know someone who become a vampire. What is it? Nothing really. You just have a way with words. I am pleased at your correct evaluation, but what makes you say that? Oh, nothing, but next time you speak so lightly of her, I'll have no choice but to fight you. Certainly I would not consider enough, but I said would not good. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I really need to drink something. And the recording setup I have doesn't really exactly pause. Unlike OBS, it's fine. If you say your goal is to cure vampirism, then it's alright. It definitely is something I would see as very important. Then you will help me, Tonoshiki? Yeah, but I really don't get you. If you knew so much about me, you should have known talking it over from the beginning would have been fine. If you said that was your goal, I wouldn't have refused. So it seemed I was mistaken. I have a complete understanding of you. However, this may be for the best. Verbal promises are one thing, but if you do not put a high priority on cooperation, I have means of ensuring you to listen. Yeah, the loser must obey the winner, right? That's right. That's fine. But I'm not exactly swimming in free time. I have my own reason for walking around late at night, searching for the rumored vampire. I have not said anything about that, but I also have an interest in finding it. You know about vampires? About that vampire? Yes. Upon arriving, I heard the rumors that the atmosphere. Okay, blah blah blah. We know that even though Archery is hiding her whereabouts, you are thinking it now about how she is evading you because she is worried over you and wants to settle it herself. So if we find the ruined vampire, we should find the true ancestor at that time. She may listen to me if you ask her to. I see, that's why you want to help me. Yes, I wish for you to mediate our negotiation for the time being. That is your first priority. I see, that's pretty simple, but the same for the first time being making me a little uneasy. But of course, you even said before that the loser has to obey the winner. Because I defeated you, I have the right to use you. Is that unsatisfied? As unsatisfactory? Yes, but I'll keep quiet. Since you're looking for the Roman vampire, I won't be doing anything difficult. I'll be out until we find Archery. Very prudent. After concluding negotiation business with the true ancestor, I will leave this country. Staying in one place too long is dangerous. As for negotiations, that will be my problem. If negotiations break down, I will remove the ether light. Is that acceptable, Tonoshiki? Yeah, no complaints, but what do you want me to do? Help her see things your way? No, if I need you to, I will let you know. All you have to do is ask her to listen. I see, then lead on, my lady. First is investigation in town. I am unfamiliar with this area, so I ask you to direct me. Alright. We're on Route C now. Document show. Please don't mind. That's how our patrol began. So you're from a different magi from Senpai. All I have is small break to talk. So again, manga talk. So element from the manga that happened here, because it seemed like the manga took from every route possible. In the manga, Sion actually puts on the ether light cable on Shiki at the start of their cooperation. However, Shiki is the one who beats her, so it goes route B instead of route C. However, I'll say in a bit. However, the first thing we encounter is Sion. So you are different from the Magi Senpai was talking about. I am different from the majority of Magi. There are a faction of Magi Association that guide the practice of rituals and the revelations of knowledge. Please think of alchemists as not practicing rituals but discovering them. Discovering? You mean like making new magic? Most types of magic are already identified, but we discover new methods as the alchemist implied. We try to create precious metal from base metals, for example. That makes sense. Like making gold out of lead. Yes, but that refers to the Central Association. I am part of the different organization of alchemists, the Atlas Academy. We have no interest in transmutation of elements. I see. So that's even different. That's even a different kind of alchemist. So they're even different kind of alchemists. Not kind. We are considered somewhat heretics. Among the three main faction of the Magi Association, Atlas is considered somewhat of a tumor. That word again. Is Atlas a place? Yes. There's an association based on the academy in Atlas Mountain. The Magi of London call it the Pits. Well, it's surrounded around only by desert, so it may be inaccurate. Desert. Then maybe where you're from. Then where are you from? It's said to be a land where magic originates, but simply is a place with a lot of history. We speak these mysterious, complicated things as we patrol. She isn't wordy, but isn't cold-mouthed either. In fact, she answered most of my questions and asked me some in turn. She doesn't start any unnecessary conversation, but if it is necessary, she really goes deep in details. I think this girl just loves to talk. Do you have any other question? No. No. Oh wait, no. I was just wondering what kind of studying your academy involves. Human research. You could say it's more science than alchemy. Human research? You mean not magic or sorcery? Yes, the alchemists of Atlas were originally a gathering of those with little magical ability due to having small number of magic circuits. They decided for themselves to take a completely natural approach and proceed forward as humans to achieve their goals. The result of that is present Atlas Academy. We use above all else our own intelligence to make blueprints for the future. Make the future. It goes without saying, but it is something that is made. It goes without saying that the future is something that occurs, but it's something that is not made. With the ingredients of the present day, we make the future for better or worse. We analyze these ingredients to measure the future. We dramatically shift probability to make perfect models from the ingredients. The magic circuits are paths connecting to the root called the One. Magi use these to bring their ideal future closer. However, those who relies on with meager magic circuits must rely only upon own intelligence to make that ideal future. To make an ideal future. I mean, those of the past, they failed. At some point, the alchemists of Atlas stopped predicting the future and devoted themselves to excel at making various things. Another view has it that at some point, an academy director constructed a weapon to deny and resist the answer that was discovered. But as a student, it is not something that I know of. What? You mean you all? Now we craft weapons, but our foundation is fusion of ritual and science. You could say the alchemists of Atlas specialize in those techniques. Oh, like etherlight. You have. Etherlight is a technique handed down in the Enum family. The foundation technique of Atlas are thought acceleration and thought participation. After that, acceleration conversion alchemy is acquired. Thought acceleration just means thinking really fast, but thought partition? As the name implied, the alchemists are able to participate their thought to formulate multiple thought processes. Thought acceleration just means thinking really fast. Oh wait, think of it. Normal people have only one room in their brain, so they can have multitasking. Thought participation add partition inside of one room to create multiple rooms. Alchemists of Atlas must be able to partition their thoughts into 3 rooms, and 5 is on the level of genius. It said there are there was an academy director in the past who was able to achieve 8. The only reason I kept reading that alchemy is because I kept saying alchemy. So it's like having 2 or 3 calculators in your head. That's meaningless. There's maybe multiple thought processes, but only one goal. While the multiple thought processes work on differing problem sets, they work together to generate one overall solution. If it was simply calculation, would not current machine be on the same level? Rather, it is for problem solving, so nothing else even compares. Wow, then you're incredibly smart. That's right, I remember no matter what I did, you were reading my moves. I already stimulated all your thought processes, so it was only logical that you were defeated. Any situation can change within a second. It is like a wire diagram, showing all the possibilities. From this sea of possibility, we calculate the most likely outcome of events, act accordingly to that outcome. Consequently, events occur in that same manner. We do not see the future in combat, but we are simply one step ahead. The possibility for defeat still lies everywhere in our previous fight. Incorrectly, choosing a branch of possibility would render everything useless. If you acted completely outside of predictive behavior out of one like you normally do, it would not have been surprising if I lost. But that is the true nature of using thought acceleration and thought partitioning. Wow, that's pretty amazing. It did feel that way. If there is no predicted future with victory, the alchemists of Atlas will not fight. Between you and I, you are undoubtedly superior at fighting. Therefore, I have to use alternative methods to attain victory. For us, fighting is assembling the proper ingredients ahead of time. However, that only makes us equals. Neither strong physically nor in magic, we predict the future to steer it away from the worst outcome. We invest in everything guiding events towards the single opportunity where the future can be reversed. We fight not the enemy but our mind. We can trust only ourselves and wager our lives on a moment of thought. That's the way of the alchemists of Atlas. Wow, all this talk about calculation and prediction makes it almost sound like gambling. That is not mistaken. That is very close to what we do. Those who gamble must wager calmly while still being very passionate. I see, that's what it is. While we talk, we pass by the prominent parts of the town. It's been 2 hours since we started walking. The whole time, the town was very quiet and we passed by no one. There's none of the frying heat from during the day. The nighttime town is quite cool and suitable for walking. There is no one in the police boxes. They may be on patrol, but we have not come across them. Ah, that's right. Now that you mention it, patrols are meaningless if you do not meet anyone. Well, maybe that is a good thing. A good thing? What do you mean? Well, if someone saw us, we make a strange pit. Oh, this is cute. Even though we just did Route 2, and we had this where Sion didn't really have this discussion. It's nice seeing the full thing here. Seeing out we do. We dress strangely like that. we dress strangely like that. If some police man saw you, he would start to ask questions. Ask questions? She started to look at her clothes strangely with her head tilted to the side. I know she really does think that her appearance is normal. Perhaps I look weird. Yeah, you really stand out. She looked really dissatisfied. We will deal with that when the time comes. If I am asked questions, I will just have to lie. Okay, so if asked, I'll say you are my friend. So make sure you match that story. We seem to have made our way back. Our feet have returned us to the tall skyscraper, and behind me, she suddenly called my name. Please call me Sion. If we are friends, we must match the way we call each other. She says Sion say that, just stand in the water. Alright, well then, Sion, shall we head back? Yes, I was thinking the same thing. My patrol with Sion ended eventfully. While saying so, why, Sion say we will patrol once more tomorrow. Tomorrow at the same time here. Saying that, Sion left. Until she removes this rear eagle light, I have no choice but to stay with her. Well, in the first place, even if she didn't corner me, I'd probably go patrolling with her. So it isn't like I'm doing anything different. The night, the air was maddening hot. It happened in a mountain. I'm gonna skip this cause we know the story already. We know her backstory. It's not going to give new information. Is it? No, not really. It was shorter, definitely. I said and selected my only weapon. Well, there certainly is no need for him to understand, but to explain it, first explain to yourself. Even if I have no more ties to Atlas, I will still be an alchemist my entire life. Thought acceleration is our magic. Faster. Prismer, superior alchemist, must have multiple sectors in brain. She's saying a bunch of mumble jumble. These rumors synergetic. 256 is okay. It's going way over my head. I'm sorry. We are weak. Our body are okay. We are weak. Our body hereditary frail. Our magic circuit are below average. The source of alchemy, as deprived by our ancestors, is different from what we practice. Seeking to avoid the final end, we created various weapons. However, the truth is, all we do now is make weapons to protect ourselves. Not for results, just to make weapons. Consequently, our academy has only one rule: nothing is forbidden. Oh wait. That is why we are given our name, the Alchemy Atlas, the name of the giant who silently supported the heavens. A fitting name for the clueless, secluded alchemists at the Atlas Academy. It's not very surprising to feel this way. I'm so young, so I still have dreams. As years pass, I no longer be able to see them. There's still time before nightfall. Perhaps I should gather information. She is helping me reach my goals, so I should also help him find a vampire. After all, he is my partner. Furthermore, he is the same age as I. It's strange, but I was never able to envision those of the same age until I left. In other words, I never knew what it had was to be with someone my age. With him being the opposite gender, it makes I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of repeated dialogues. Is this what I think it is? No, that's not right. Can't breathe. I feel slightly dizzy. I have 2 to 3 days. I can still take action. I'm still injured from last night's battle, but it won't slow me down. If I return to my hastily bed, it will soon be night. Information collecting. All the same. No one denies the rumors. Even not much new information, it seems. Soon the moon will be form a perfect circle in the subterranean night, but seem itself to be in acme. Until then, I must guide this loose rumor into a definite shape. Oh, I see. Oh, so this whole time I was like, she's information gathering, the rumors, and I was thinking to myself, man, it's really cool how she's getting this information. No, she's just straight up manipulating people to start a rumor. So like, when she had the rumor about Sion. No, she didn't. No, we didn't have that one. At first. When we had the Arcui one. Oh, no, I think we did have CO rumors, but no, it was first it was Arcui in the other 2 routes, but Shiki had the idea of Narrow Chaos. In this. It seemed like she'd been this whole time making the rumors herself. Sion arrived according to the schedule. You're right on time, Shiki. Yeah, I managed to sneak out of the mansion. Akira was acting strange and pacing back and forth in the lobby. Maybe she found out about me leaving at night. I do not think so. According to the data I took from you, Tono Akira does not seem to be the one to have devious surveillance. Hey, that's exactly how it is. That is entirely your affair. It does not relate to me. More importantly, how are matters with the tree ancestor? I left a note, blah blah. There's a possibility. See on you. In the first place, the tree ancestor is strongest of the vampire race. It's strange for her to live in a human town for a year without anything happening. That's wrong. Arcuri doesn't drink human blood. You just don't know what that. It's not a vampire. You may say that, but it's okay. Yeah, she was trying to incite the rumors. She was trying to incite the idea of Arcui as a vampire, as possibly getting the vampires. Now, it's Alley? That's a pretty bad place. It's better to say that the conditions are right for place to smell blood. Sion brings a hand to her face, which is clearly resisting nausea. You may think it smells very thick, but I don't feel it at all. Maybe because I'm somewhat desensitized to the smell. You're simply able to distinguish between what is fake and what is real. This is a scent of artificial blood, somewhat fitting for this town. Where are you going, Sion? I chased after Sion. She entered the alley. It really does smell like blood. There's nothing different in the alley. Maybe it's because of the rumor about this place. But the image of the bloodstained alley floats in my... Who's there? Something quick. Whatever was hiding in the shadows run from the alley without sound. In that instant, I see their hair fluttering in the air. It reaches far down to the back. Long red hair. That's... Shiki, follow! Yeah, I got it. Shadow Town. The town is silent. Only our footsteps echoes in the air. We chase it. Nissan? Akira, what are you doing here? That's my line. Rice House has long since passed. So what are you doing outside the mansion? Akira shakes visibly. Does she have something to hide? Her normal, calm, and cool manner is nowhere to be seen. What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm searching for the rumored vampire. I'm not doing anything bad, so that should suffice for an explanation. Yes, that is certainly an easily understood explanation. Alright, your turn. What are you doing out this late? I I know it was a misunderstanding earlier, but what was that all about? No, I have nothing to hide, so nothing, it's hard to explain, so I do not wish to. I kinda fidgeted with her finger. I don't know if that really was her in the alley, but it's clear she's hiding something. Hey, if you're suspicious, then let me know. Then I know something's going. If you're that suspicious, then I know something is going on. It's okay, so just say it. Chiki, we are wasting time. She does not seem to incline to tell us. If she is possessed, she may not have any memory of it, so she may not be able to answer. Sion, what do you mean possessed? Wait, who's that woman, Nin-san? Huh? Who? Well, as I answer, a chill runs through me. I don't know what happened to her disarray from earlier, but Akiha stares at me harder than usual. Akiha, she's... Yes, I understand, Nin-san. Larry, you don't understand at all! Of course, I trust you, Nin-san. But what to do now? Walking around late at night with a girl. You can't complain even if you are misunderstood, can you? The Lady Akiha chooses a rather roundabout way of saying, I will not hear any excuses. This is pure intimidation. No, you have it all wrong. There's a reason for this. Chiki's as your sister, right? Yes, but please be quiet for a bit. I'm a little busy. Then that can wait until later. I wish to examine her. So please catch her. If she resists, you can use force. What? What are you saying, Sion? Akiha isn't joking around, so please don't say such ridiculous things. Chiki, you know you have no right to refuse me. Yeah, I know, but I can't. Even if you fry my brain, I can't do that to her. What Akiha will do to me will be far, far worse. Cannot be helped. Well, certainly I must show you how things stand at least once. Sion twists her finger, and then my body starts to move on its own. Eh? Did I not say that the light connect to your nerves? This is the original purpose. Stupid, stop! This is a breach of human right. This is heartless. Do you enjoy doing this to others? Don't you think this is over? Don't think this is over, you idiot. Wonderful. Thanks to your insult, I do not feel guilty. Thank you for your help, Chiki. What? No way, give me another chance. I decline. If you insult me like this again, I do not think I will be calm enough to continue. Sion's finger moves again. Totally controlled until Chiki grabs the knife. Don't make me do this. I scream. I can't. With her red hair swirling, she smiled fiercely. It has anger, unbelievable anger. It is great offense to Lady Akiha for me to not refuse Sion. It is a great offense to Lady Akiha for me to not refuse Sion in order to catch her. Oh, I do not quite know all the detail, but well, please let me explain everything. It seems you are in dire need of a rough awakening, Nin-san. Akiha cracks her knuckles. This is an awakening. This is a punishment. So this does happen in the manga, except oh shoot, there's a Ferris wheel. But in the manga, after after the fight with Sion, and they go back to sleep, they actually end off the night there, but then the next night, Akiha ends up following, well, not following Chiki. Oh, that's ridiculous. I couldn't even punish him really. But it might be because it's Chiki. Wow, that's DP. That's an invisible DP. What the frick? Yeah, in the manga, this happened pretty much after the whole Theo fight. With a crash, I knocked Akiha down. I did it. Loosely caught up in the moment, I began to wonder if I might be able to repay her endless bullying like this. seemed you really intended to dispose of me in Nissan. My high spirit fade away. Akia still seemed to completely misunderstand the situation. No, you don't understand, Akia. I didn't want to fight you, but Sion just... Understand, I'm just a nuisance to you. If I were you, if I were not in the way, the Tono family will pass to you as the eldest son. I'd hoped Kohaku fears were unjustified. Wow, Kohaku. That Kohaku still messing around spreading rumors for fun. But it won't be that easy, Nissan. If you wanted the Tono family, you will have to get through me first. With a chuckle like a battle cry, Akia turned and flee. Her destination, of course, the Tono mansion. What are you waiting for, Shiki? Follow her. And Sion, are you serious? I am serious. I do not know why, but I strongly feel we should follow that girl right now. Feeling what, huh? That doesn't seem like you. Don't you usually base your action on more precise information? You don't have to tell me that. That feeling was just a feeling. Now let's hurry and chase her. With dashing footsteps, Sion ran off. You know, I'm beginning to get a bad feeling about this. Complaining won't do any good. As long as I'm connected to the Sion thread, I have no choice but to go along with it. Finally, we're on to the end of the episode. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. This was a really long episode for the first episode for Route 3. Hopefully the next couple of episodes aren't as long. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.